Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day as always. First off, I'm back from my epic summer vacation. Without getting into everything, I had an amazing time, saw so many countries, totally different side of the world that I've never seen before. I had certain expectations going in that were met, and I had certain things that I just could not have imagined. But overall, it was an amazing time. In fact, at the end of this video, I'll include some footage that I recorded and share that with you guys. I'm not a travel video person, so please don't blame me when it's not nearly as good as so many of the other things on YouTube. Now, what I want to talk about today is what I want to do with the channel going forward. At this point, my subscriber count, it grows every single day, and I know that's due in part to you guys sharing and liking and commenting, and guys, I can't say thank you enough for that, because this is what I want. I want to grow the audience, grow the community, help more people out. And I started this channel initially just to kind of help other people out with like the technical side of banking and credit and finance and all that stuff. But now I want to kind of broaden the approach to this channel and talk more about money in our day-to-day lives and not just necessarily investing and loans and stuff like that. I still want to talk about that stuff, but let's branch out a little bit. Let's talk about some more general things, maybe some more applicable things that will affect every single one of us. So that's what I want to talk about going forward. I made that video where I talked about shaving my head and how it made me so much money, not made me so much money, but saved me so much money. And someone had suggested, hey, this is the stuff you should talk about more and more often. And I said, that's actually what I want to do. I just don't know how to pivot. So, guys, one thing that I'm going to ask you to do is possibly help vote on one video idea a week. And it can be kind of whatever you want. So here's the deal. Every single week, I'm thinking on Fridays, I want you guys to give me a list of topics to talk about. Maybe it's something that I can answer spitfire, I'll answer 5 questions or do my best to answer 5 questions. Or if you guys say, hey, here's a topic that we don't know a whole lot about or we're confused about, whatever it may be, and maybe it's something that's pretty dense. I gotta chew on it for a while and I can just answer that one thing. But regardless, I kind of feel like I want to make some videos that you guys want to see answered. So going forward, that's what I want to do. I'm going to do my best to do it as a weekly thing, and maybe I can start incorporating like polls or just take some of the best comments that I can. But what I want to do is kind of engage the audience a little bit more and make sure that I'm answering questions that you guys want answered, to make sure that I'm actually providing value for you guys. I can get up here and talk about things that I think are interesting, but if they're not interesting for anyone else, then that's not really serving a purpose. Lastly, big news, and please, when I say this, don't feel like I'm mandating this, but I've also started a Patreon page. Now, for those of you that don't know what Patreon is, it's really just kind of a way of supporting the creators that produce content that you really appreciate and value. And hopefully I'm one of those people. I'm not going to be that for everyone, but if you've been with me for a while and you feel like, I'd like to give back and support even a little bit, that's what Patreon is for. I'll have a link down below. It's all pretty self-explanatory. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. And also, guys, do not support me if you don't want to, right? This is not like a mandatory thing at all. This is really geared around the people that have learned something and want to show their appreciation by supporting me, or maybe I've helped you out directly refinance loans and lower your interest rates. Well, then feel free to support me. If you're with Wealthfront right now and you're like, oh wow, I finally got into investing and it's going great, I'd love to show my appreciation, that's what this is for. It's not for everyone. It's not mandatory. My feelings are not hurt if you don't do it. Now, having said that, if you do support me, I will be beyond appreciative, okay? And through the support method, you're gonna see kind of how far your money will go, because you actually get things if you support the content creators, and that's what I want to do here. I want to create extra stuff for you. If you're willing to support me literally, well then I want to give extra things to you. So Patreon page, the link is going to be included down below. I'm really excited to get this started. I also want to start a few other things kind of going forward as far as like monthly events, kind of get back into that giving back to you guys. So that's what I want to talk about today. It's not that I'm going to have a drastic overhaul when it comes to my YouTube channel, but there's just things that I want to do, things that I was afraid to make before, and having been gone away for 7 weeks and just had that reset button hit, I'm not going to be afraid to make this stuff anymore. I just want to kind of take this channel to the next level. So that's what I want to talk about today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cue up some clips with some music that showed some of my highlights from the travel adventure. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me even though I've been gone for a few weeks. But take care. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.